Welcome. Let's focus on some more questions which were asked in your psychology examination in the recent January 2025 paper. We had tried to cover a lot of questions pertaining to mainly the psychology section in the previous lecture. Here, let's move on to some different questions which have been asked from the newly added topics in psychology. So, the first question that we would understand here is which of the following doctrine asserts that individual person is neither a part of nor different from nor a modification of the supreme consciousness. Now, under the supreme consciousness and saying that the person is neither a modification nor a different part or a different or a part of it is actually understood under the Advaita Vedanta. Now, this school of thought was a school of thought under the concepts of Hinduism propounded by Adi Shankaracharya, and according to this, there is no true distinction that could be there, and there is a single reality. So, the single reality between the Atma, that is the individual soul, and the ultimate reality, which is the Brahma. So, it actually helps us to have a binding with the reality which exists. Now, the concepts under philosophy have also been part of your paper 1. So, if you are covering the sections on philosophical studies under paper 1 carefully, you would have an added advantage under here as well. So, vice versa, you have to cover it at one place, but it would be added advantage for both the sections. The next is whenever there is a conflict situation, let's say you and your colleague are facing a conflict over who would be attending the session or who would be taking your next class, for example. Now, in that case, what would be the stages of negotiations that you would follow? At the first stage, you would prepare. Now, once the content or the idea is being prepared, the parties would gather the relevant information. So, let's say I am there and one of my colleagues are there, and there is a conflict situation that arises that I won't be available for lecture today evening. So, whether my colleague should take the lecture or not. Now, in that case, first of all, we'll gather all the information, we'll strategize how the negotiations would work, and then there would be information exchange and validation. So possibly I would be informing the other party about the reasons, and they possibly might validate it. Now, once that is done, there could be a bargain. Okay, if I am taking the lecture today, possibly when I am not at field, you would be covering the lecture, so and so. So there is a field of bargain. Then there is a conclude that okay, this would be done, and finally an execution that where it is actually implemented on the ground. So these are the stages under negotiation and conflict resolution. A very basic and a fundamental question. Now, the next question is again a very important question. A conflict in which most beneficial action for an individual will, if chosen by most people, has an harmful effect on everyone is what is known as social dilemma. So this could be best explained, I can say, by tragedy of commons. So what is tragedy of commons? All of us are using natural resources in some way or other, but the individuals are overusing a shared resource, and as a result it is a tragedy for everyone. So we are seeing lack of green cover, and that is a social dilemma. So here the correct answer would be social dilemma. Now I can have another example. Another example we could trace here could be, let's say, prisoner's dilemma. So prisoner's dilemma, what happens? There is mutual cooperation which would yield in the best collective outcome, but there are at the same point self-interest drives which an individual would move forward towards a suboptimal equilibrium, and as a result what would happen, the dilemma still exists that you can provide the best one but you aren't able to. So this is the social dilemma. Now the next question, this is a very interesting question. Now, phobias we know is a fear of irrational. So anything which is not rational is a phobia. Let's say I am taking a class here and there are lights around in the studio. So I all of the sudden start getting a fear of those lights. Now this is a irrational fear because as of such these lights won't harm, right? Now this is what is called as phobia. Now, if that phobia pertains to a very, very specific thing, let's say I'm climbing on the stairs and afraid of being height, I am in a particular situation where there is lots of thunderstorms and I'm afraid of it. In that situation, this would be called as a specific phobia. So here the question talks about having a specific reason or a specific animal breed through which the person develops the fear, and this fear is what is very very specific and called as specific phobia. So anxiety is a basic condition where we say it is a stress, it is a high level of stress, and it could be generated because of various reasons. Now if it is a social anxiety disorder, it is just because of being evaluated negatively by others. So if you are in a crowd, you would always have a feeling that people are judging me, people are passing comments on me, and that is what is a social anxiety disorder. So this is not the correct match. So here we have the correct answer as specific phobia. The next question is another very very important question, and this question talks about the Peterson and Seligman. Now they proposed what was called as a classification. This classification focuses on certain character strengths, and the idea is to classify positive characteristics. Which of the following would classify the positive characteristics? So be trait like is one of the positive characteristics, I can say. Lead to some form of fulfillment, definitely it's a positive characteristic. And then to be morally valued is again one of the major positive characteristics. Now diminish other people is a negative trait, so it's not a character strength, so it's not considered as a character strength. And need not to be supported by an institution is again not related. So here if we look onto the flow of the character strengths, it is governed either by wisdom, courage, humanity, transcendence, justice, and moderation. And certain of the qualities under each of those, for example, under moderation, it is forgiveness, modesty, prudence, self-control. Humanity, love, kindness, social intelligence as some of those. So these are some of the character strengths we can say which have been explained by Peterson and Seligman. Very very important. Again, every 2 to 3 years you have one of the questions on Seligman's ideas. So cover these very very carefully, and as always I have been recommending students to go through the topics very very carefully, solve PYQs as much as possible. So we have the complete solutions of all these questions for the latest set as well as for the previous sets at the portal, so you can refer that. But in case you want to go through the handouts, this actually comes in the book form. So you have the new topics which have been appended to the existing module, and this is the list of topics which have been added in the revised syllabus. So it predominantly includes, let's say, the academic psychology in India, which we discussed in the previous class, where there were questions about the major psychological institutions, their year of establishment, their major roles. Then again, some of the major research methodologies, personality theories like Seligman's explanatory style. As we said, Seligman is one of the major questions being asked. Again, stress management is again commonly asked. So these are some of the new topics that have been talked about. Character strengths, again one of the topics which has been added in the recent syllabus, and as we can see, we have a question that we discussed recently on character strength. So those are some of the important topics that we have discussed. So this would actually give you a clear insight about the content and more information. In case you have any questions or queries, feel free to connect back on the number below. Thanks for joining in. Have a wonderful day.